this particular kit, you're going to get 2 large elements. And that's one is a cute Scarecrow head, which I love that guy. And then this fun bright yellow pumpkin. And the reason we're using these colors is we want to really pop out from our orange swag base that also comes in the kit. And I want to make sure these big elements get in first. It's very easy to attach them because they have foam bases. And that's one of the reasons I'm always teaching in design school. If you can use pieces that are foam, they're quick and easy to attach. And it just kind of takes that fear out of the placement for us. So I'm going to start off here with my Scarecrow first. He comes with a little hanger, but we're not going to use that. So I'll just take that little guy out. It's just a little jute hanger. And we don't need it. So I'm going to cut that one out. So we'll have, you know, it looking cute. And I like the Scarecrow high. I think it's so cute because we're going to have some fun on the head. But not too high because I want to be able to put in some curly picks coming out of the top. And then pick a direction you want him to go. And then we're going to work alternate. So we're going to alternate directions. And that's something I'm really big about when we're building up our pieces is like having a nice flow, creating a line in a direction. That way your work just looks a little bit more elevated and a little higher level. So I think I'm going to go out to the right with him. Just hold him with your hand. And if you don't have a restand yet, we have these that fold in our shop where you can purchase your own restand. But if you don't have one, just lay it flat on a table and kind of start to lay out your design before you even glue. I know I want my pumpkin to kind of tuck under somewhere here, and I'm going to put a bow in the middle of both of these. So I'm going to work these opposite first. So let's go ahead and get Mr. Scarecrow in first. He's so cute. Now he's got a bright orange hat, but don't worry, we're going to take that hat to the next level. It's so fun to embellish things and make them your own. And that way, if somebody else gets the kit too, when you embellish it a little bit differently, it's going to look like a completely different piece. Now, I'm going to put these in here like this. So I'm going to take a couple of the pine tines, or the pieces of pine basically, and this is a U pin. Here it is, right here, okay? And it's a wire that is shaped like a U, basically. I'm going to take that and put it through 2 pieces right here, and then I'm able to pin that right into the back of the Scarecrow because he's foam, all right? So let me get it, but you have to use glue. If you don't use glue, it's just temporary and it's going to fail. So we're going to use a good amount of glue on there. And I'm going to do this a couple of times. Like 1 pin is not enough. You will think it's enough, but it's not, because I always want to make sure everything passes that craft show test. I teach that in design school so much. It's like, can your pieces withstand being handled a lot and hold up really well? All right, I'm going to put another one in. Same process. I've got my little basket under here. I love finding unique containers at thrift stores, garage sales, antique markets, literally to organize my workspace, but they're cool, right? They've got texture. I'll show you. It's the cutest little basket. I don't know what came in it a long time ago, maybe crackers or something. It's a cute little shape, but that's my pin box. I got my little glue in there right now. Simple little pleasures make me so happy. All right, so I've got a couple of pins in there, and he feels really good. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, when you get a swag, it never looks pretty and flat like this. I took some time before to shake hands with it. In design school, we use that term to meaning that we are going to straighten out the wires, and we're going to create a flat base. I forgot to tell you that. Sorry, but that is what we do first. Otherwise, they come and they're always going to be like, you know, crazy. You just flatten it out, take some time and be patient. Now, if you are just getting back into working with the pine bases like this one, whether it's colored or it's for Christmas, you might want to wear gloves. Sometimes they kind of eat up your hands if you're not used to it. And of course, as it gets colder in the season, you definitely got to watch your hands because you can tear them up really easy. All right, Scarecrow's in. Now we said we're going to put our next large element in this kit, and that is the pumpkin, and it's our yellow pumpkin, which is great because we're going to use all these colors in this candy corn motif that we've got going. So I want to use it kind of opposite the head, but I want to give it some motion, like up and down. I want to have it moving around. So I'm going to take and put it right here. We're going to use that same technique. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of the pine, and we're going to grab another floral pin out of my cute little basket. I should take y'all on my shopping adventure sometime to the fun stores that I like to pop into and get all their cool little vintage items. Okay, I'm going to press this in. So there's one pin in. All right. Now, that's a pretty good angle. She's kind of over to the side. I can manipulate her. I always want a second pin in too. So think about, okay, where else do I need to pin it to get this holding in there? So I'm going to kind of come from the side because I want her to be over this way. I'm going to grab 2 pieces and push them in. Now, once they're in, I want you to come back after that glue dries and go ahead and twist those pieces of pine backward. So basically, if I put the pin over this piece right here, right, and it's like this, a U, now if I make sure and twist this back, it can't pull out, okay? So that's all we're going to do for a second. So I'm going to take and do that once my glue is dried. It's just kind of tantamount to twisting the twist tie on the bread bag. We don't want to do it, but you know, you got to do the twist and tuck. So we got a little space and we got our first 2 components in. So you got it? It's already looking cute. We haven't even done anything. Wait till we really get to where we start adding our pieces in. Okay, next step is grab your really long curly pieces. And these are just like this. They have the yellow and the orange on them. And we're going to use this to kind of create some whimsy, all working around our design. Now, we're going to leave this area open because we call that the bow zone. That's where we're going to put a bow in. And I leave that empty till we get the bow there. So on these, I think these break down really easy into 2 pieces each. So I'm going to get my wire cutter out. And we're going to just take one and cut it right here at the top. And then I'm going to take this one and cut this one a little bit longer into the second section of the stem. So when I do that, you can see I get a section that has a 3 and a section that has 2. I'm going to do that for both of these stems and just cut them right up. Don't cut too close to the stems on these type of stems because you see where it's a little fatter there? That's because the fabric from the curls goes down in that area. So you'll get a lot more ease of use if you don't cut right there. All right, now I want to space these out and once again shake hands. And I can squish them down or I can elongate them. I can do either one. I've got both options in my design. And remember I said I wanted to have some excitement coming out the top? That's what we're going to do first. And we're going to do that just opposite her sweet little scarecrow head. And I'm going to load this with glue. And then we're going to kind of come into the body of the swag back here. I'm not out on the edge. I'm into the body. I'm tucking that right behind the head. See how cute that is? And now I'm also going to take a little of the pine to hold it in. So we've got glue and we've got the pine. We always use a 2-step approach for attaching, just for security. I'm really big on mechanics. Of course, I want you to learn design, but I want you to have really good, solid mechanics. Because then your work will last a lot longer, and your customers, if you're a seller, they will be so happy with what they purchased, they won't want to get their wreaths from anywhere else. So in design school, I'm always making sure that everybody's learning how to properly put things together. Now, I'm going to move her up on the wreath stand so you can see the bottom we're going to work on here. And this curly part that has the 3 from the other stem, we're going to easily put this kind of under the pumpkin and a little bit off to the side right in here where the curls come into here, but then they also go down. Remember, I can pull them out or I can squish them short. I can do whatever I need to kind of make them work both ways. So let's put this one in there. I've got my glue skillet right behind my work stand, so it's really easy to get to. Now I come in here and I'm going to twist these in. Isn't that awesome? And we're going to just tuck them and rock and roll. Okay, so my curls are coming down right out of my pumpkin. Now, it's time to put the bow in. Now, we will have a link here to the bow video. It's a separate video you can go watch. And if you don't see it here, you can ask for it in the comments. Or you can also head over to the supply list for this kit, and it'll have a link to all the videos that go with it. So anytime you buy a kit from us, you'll get a sheet in the kit that actually takes you back to the video, but you can also find those sheets just out on our website and the supply list anytime. It has all the links, everything you need. We try to make it super easy. And then when you're ready, you come join us in design school, and we have a whole portal where there's no hunting to find things anymore. It's right at your fingertips, and you have all that exclusive content just for you, step by step recorded. So here is our bow. And we went with all the fun colors on this one. And we went with the orange, little cute candy corn on the front. It turned out super duper cute. So this bow, it has a cable tie in the back where we're going to be able to attach it to our wreath base. We're going to go right into that bow zone we talked about, right into this area where we left the space. And I'm going to try to tuck the bow in a little bit off to the right and kind of pop her in between. This is going to soften the bright yellow of the pumpkin, but still let it poke out from behind. I love that. So we're going to come in, and I'm going to attach this to, I'm going to go with 3 pieces of pine, and you're going to use the same technique we just did, where you're not going to the base, but you're going to the pieces of pine, and then we're going to twist them backward, just like I talked about the bread twist tie. You're doing that so if someone were to pick it up by the bow, it can't just slide off. We got to make sure that these things are going to hold up. Now it looks whack right now. It's facing forward. Don't worry, we're going to pull it back. So I'm going to tie that in. And now you're going to go ahead and tuck those loops right under her chin. Oh, how cute is that? And we're going to have this all really poof out. Okay? And we're going to add a couple more curls kind of coming out of the bow now that she's in. So take these sweet little curls and tuck them right behind the bow. So once you have that in the spot it's going to be, you've like nailed the bow zone. I'm going to tuck this inside here. And we're going to get some pine. We're going to make sure the pine hits the glue, and then we're also wiring it in too. Now, if you're making this for yourself, you're more than welcome not to glue it if you want to. It just is not going to, it's going to take a beating on your front door and stuff will fall out. So just know, hey, when I'm ready and I've got my design ready, I've really got to glue it in. Because I want it to last, you know, a good while at least. See, when I get that glue on there, I get a lot of it. A whole bunch. Okay, and I'm going to come from the other side, and we're going to tuck this one in. I'm going to kind of go under her head. Now, we talk about direction and changes in direction all the time in design school and how important they are. So when I'm right here at the center of the bow, it's totally fine to just have those pieces just come right out. Look how cute that is. Before we put the cupcakes in, I know you've been waiting for the cupcakes. We want to go ahead and get some ribbon tails in. So you're going to grab your ribbons that were in the bow. And I am going to use these 2 right here and layer them up to put them in. It's very simple just to layer a skinnier ribbon on a more narrow. Now, I'm getting ready to have to pull these ribbons while I'm working with them. And I use, it can sit on the bow maker, or you can also just take a dowel and stick it right between your little rolls of ribbon if you need to pull it on the counter. So you see here, put it in, and now I can easily pull and hold that. So you don't have to have anything fancy to be able to pull these tails out nice. Okay, my first tail is just going to hang straight down here at the bottom. Let me bring her back up so you can see. When I'm doing a swag and I'm filming, it's a little tricky because we got a lot of directions. Now, I think it's cute to have like a double set of tails, just like this, and kind of cut them at opposite angles. I like to make one a little longer and one a little shorter. So we're going to do that right now. Come on here, cut up, buddy. Okay, you don't have to do anything too fancy, but make this, right? And then I'm going to take and just wire it in. Okay, so take the piece of wire, twist around, tuck it up and under, and that big one's going to go there, and the small one will just go on top. Okay, so there's our cute little tail, and we've got more picks to put in here at the bottom, so don't worry. Now I'm going to come back to the top. That's so cute. And we want another tail kind of shooting out this way. Now, if you want tails to stand up, you can't cut them so long. They'll be floppy. So we're going to cut them a little bit shorter when we go up to the top part, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. Hold my little spool holder here. And we're going to go, maybe that's about 8 inches, 7 inches. I'm going to gather it. And then my next one I can make just a little bit longer so they stack up pretty. You can see here, I'm going to come in and make it about 9. So not too big, okay? So this is what it'll look like. Now, I want this to stand up a little better than that last one, so I'm not going to use the same technique. I'm actually going to gather it like this. See, it's flopping a little. We'll put a little weight behind it. We'll put some of the pine behind it. Now, I want you to grab a cable tie and go ahead and put this on one of our pieces of stem. Where's our black stem? So here's our black stem off of one of the pieces we already cut. I want you just to put that around there. And we just made our own little cluster, okay? I like the cable tied on. It'll keep this cluster tight and will help it sit up a little bit better. All right, don't worry about it flopping. We're going to put it in the wreath itself. You can also, like if one ribbon is a little stronger than the other, we can always take and tack a little glue on there and make it a little bit more sturdy. So I'll do that right now, right? Okay. So I'm just going to run just a light bit of glue on here with my simple technique and just run that right down the middle. Okay, and I make it a little bit stronger to sit up. And this is going to come out working right behind these curls. So we're going to go behind them and have that little bit of ribbon just popping out of the top. Super cute. Let's put it in there. I got to glue it in using the same technique. But it's kind of neat when you layer ribbon like that. You can kind of create your own pattern, basically, which is a lot of fun. So as I put it in, I'm also going to twist around because I want to keep it stable. And let's just tuck it in and make sure you got some pine kind of coming behind it in it so that can pop right out. It's so cute. All right, I promised you cupcakes. Here come the cupcakes. So I know I want to use some cupcakes kind of coming out the top and definitely having a lot of fun with that. So I'm going to take a couple here and we're going to separate these where they each have a good sized stem. And you want to hold on to any extra stem because we can use that for another little project. Okay, so I want to get them standing up pretty good, and let's put one right here above the hat. I think that would be really cute. Like she's got some cupcakes in her hat because she's that cool. Of course she is. That looks good right there. Oh, cute! And let's use one right here in the side. I have a couple right here together. Isn't that just making it so cute and whimsical? I love this. If you've got grandkids, you have got to snag this kit because they can help you make it. And you just need to supervise the glue gun, of course, but man, this would be super cute. They could name the Scarecrow, give her a name, and then help you add all the fun embellishments on here. That's literally half the fun. All right, since we put these cupcakes over here, we're going to put some more cupcakes in. We want these to come opposite and work opposite, and that'll bring that color combo over. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll take and cut these down into two sections. And the first one I kind of want to keep a little tight to the bow. Come out. Look how cute that's going to be. Right in here. Oh my gosh. You guys, if you're not on our text list, you might want to get a spot because you know why? I let you know when new videos are coming out, just like this one. So if you don't get a text for a video, sometimes that's because it's a replay. It's not brand new. When something is brand new, brand spanking new, we always shoot out a text so our VIP customers can know, hey, you don't want to miss this. Our text number is 832-734-5201. Or you can also take and go to textkeleas.com and sign up there. You've got a couple of different options. Now, once you get on the text list, send us VIP, like very important person, because then we know you are set up to get our first 10% off your first order. We'll send you a coupon, and then you're not going to miss another text when we have something new, like this cutie right here. Okay, let me show you what we got so far. We got some cupcakes. We got the top. Oh, so stinking cute. Of course, you can make yours the way you want. Feel free to add more and more and go to town. Let's put in a couple more cupcakes here at the bottom. Or at least one more. We might save one more for the top. Let's put in one more kind of coming out the middle of this tail. I think that would be so cute. Get in the middle. I'm going to twist that around. And these are all on great wires, so I can always take and have them come back up. You know, if them being upside down is bugging you, it's no big deal. We can twist them up and manipulate them however we need for the design we want. I kind of like that one coming out down. All right, let's bring it back down. I'm going to add one more cupcake to the top. Isn't she precious? And this one we're going to kind of put over here on the right side. I think kind of coming right beside her cheek would be precious. So watch your ribbon. Let's get her loaded with glue. And I'm going to come in on the right. Excuse me, I'm going to give you a little cupcake right at your cheek here, baby. She's so stinking cute. Okay, our last little pieces that come in the kit. So I want to add a couple of these to her hat to kind of embellish her hat a little bit and get it looking adorable. So we're going to take and cut these down a little shorter. I just like to take a couple of stems off. And we're going to make a sweet little like piece for the top of her hat. Now in this kit you get full rolls of ribbon. So you'll have plenty of ribbon to add more embellishments, add more ribbon tails. Whatever you want, you can pop in more. I'm going to put these kind of coming out of her hat, but like she stuck a feather in her hat, kind of like that. Oh, that's cute. And let's put a little the other way. And then I'm going to tie her just a little bitty bow to go up and under here. Yeah. Oh. Just going to make sure that stays right there. Get her a little... You can also curl these if you want them a little shorter. Always think that's cute. It's kind of like little pip berries. Have some fun with them. I'm holding it while I'm kind of moving it around. Isn't that precious? Now, we got to cover up our little bit of mechanics there. So I'm going to take our sweet little cute candy corn ribbon and just make a regular old bow, but I'm going to kind of double up on it. So I'm going to have 2 pieces. So it'll be a kind of a nice little loopy one. So 2 pieces of the ribbon. And let's just do a regular old bow. Loop, 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 and a crisscross applesauce, okay? 2 loops and crisscross. Let's see if we can make it cute on the first go. We're going to try. All right, let me pull the tails out a little bit better. Just like you're tying your shoes, basically. But we're doing it with 2 layers of ribbon. So I want to get it looking cute. I didn't really pay attention, but this little ribbon has a rickrack edge. That is so cute. No wonder I liked it. All right. Now I'm just going to pull these down until I get the loop size I want. And twist those little tails. Okay. Oh, it's going to be so cute right there. And we're going to trim these a little shorter. You could even dovetail them if you wanted. I'm going to go short and long. So I cut that first one a little short, then a little long. And now we're going to glue that in her little hair right there. The embellishment part of the project is always the funnest. It's like these little details. Sometimes when you're a creative that sells, you have to be careful because you end up really getting sucked into this little world of embellishing. It's so fun. But you know what? It's worth it. Those little details make it super cute. Now, I've got 2 of these stems left, and I would like to put some of these in the bow and a little bit scattered throughout. So I'm going to just literally take and cut these into individual stems. And that way we can make them go all over our design. But we want to just use these to add little bits of detail throughout the design. So I'm going to cut that longer so this stem could be a little bit longer. Trim this so we get all these, some with a little bit of longer stem if possible. There you go, and it's all broken up into individual pieces. So let's first start with the bow. I like to put about 3 into there. Now when we go into the bow, sometimes we glue into the loops of the bow, but other times we literally just go in between them, like here to layer behind. Okay, and I'm going to glue actually to the base of the bottom ribbons, and just make sure you kind of grab and sandwich it in between the ribbons so it'll stay. So that's so cute coming out of there. And poof up these layers. And you got to watch this bow video too, because we layered up the last layer on the top of this bow, which is really, really cute. Something you can play with. And if you're a design school student, we have some layered bow videos in the portal that you will love, love, love. If you haven't used that technique in a while, that's a fun one to play with. Okay, here comes my third piece in. And once they get set up, you can fluff them a little bit more, just like the layers of the actual bow. Once the glue's set, I can wiggle it a little bit more, but just give it a second. All right, let's put one more. I'm putting 4 in the bow. I thought 3 would be enough. No. Now, when you start to put different elements in your design, sometimes it's, you feel like, I'm just going to put a little everywhere. And that's fine. But in this case, we're using candy corns kind of in the center zone, these small ones. So it's more beneficial if we just kind of keep the eye going in that area. So what I want you to do is you can branch out a little, but I want you to stay in the center when you start putting these in. So, and create a line with them. So I'm doing that right here. Like this is kind of continuing from her little hat, squeezing it in. And then I'm going to put one more above. And then we'll work a few more below the bow to continue that line on. Okay, here I'm gluing to the back of the hat, but I'm going to find some pine to kind of sandwich it. So even though I'm not using the wire to hold these, I am sandwiching them between 2 things so the glue can hold. All right, we have 4 more pieces. Now we're going to work right down this center and put them in right here. So we'll come right below the bow, right in here. I'm going to get in there on that pine. There's our first piece. Get up higher. Come on down. I want to put one right here. These are just such cute little accents. Now, if you like anything in the kit, we always have all the pieces labeled there. So that way, if there is something else you want more of, and we have it in stock, you can add that. Let's say you like, okay, I love those little candy corns. I know I'm going to have ribbon left from the kit. Let me go ahead and buy some more of that. We'll have links to all that on the supply list as well. So you can go to town, really. You can add more of that collection when you grab the kit. And you'll know you have more things that work with the ribbons and the whole design, because you've already seen me work with it. It's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. You know it's going to work. Hey, we did it. She is a cutie. She's a cutie. She's going to pop right off your front door with all her yellow and orange and black. She is going to be stunning. I can't wait for you to try this type of swag and play with the cute little detail ribbons on your pieces, add little accents and little additions. I think you're going to have so much fun with it. So, Limerinos, y'all go grab this kit. Supplies are always limited and they sell out fast. So I can't wait to see yours. Make sure you come back and share it with us. We'd love to see what you're making and creating.